Are you ready to eliminate procrastination? You know, this is excited because this is something that I know I experience. And so I'm hoping you're looking forward to learning how we can eliminate procrastination. Are you ready to get started? Are you ready to learn? So thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Let's jump right in and start and see what we come up with and what we learn today in eliminating procrastination. Defining procrastination is pretty simple. It's the action of delaying, postponing, or avoiding doing a task. Now, I would like to ask anyone, do anyone ever have that problem of postponing something that you need to do today and you postpone it, or you wait and say, I do it later or I do it tomorrow? Well, that's procrastination. When you have something to do and you put it aside to do something else, or you put it aside to do it later. But we need to break this today. We are all guilty of procrastination at some point in our lives. And I know I can, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you know that I'm gonna speak it. I am a recovery procrastinator, because this is me. So I can tell you a little bit about procrastination, because I know I dealt and I still experience with procrastination. And everyone puts off unpleasant tasks from time to time. Hey, are you with me? Did you do that? Or you used to do it? However, problems arise when procrastination begins to impact your experience negatively. For example, if chronic procrastination extends to matters of health and self-improvement, you may be at risk of adverse outcomes. It's also helpful to note that procrastination can look like laziness or industriousness when we favor entertainment and excessive rest over work. We in lazy mode. But we can also procrastinate by doing other things. For instance, someone who bakes dozens of treats when they're behind on a deadline. Others clean or answer emails when they have an unpleasant task they put off. This can take many forms. There's just a few examples. Let's take a look at the signs, common reasons for procrastination, and how to get the job done. Are you ready? Let's take a look. According to research, 20% of the population is considered true chronic procrastinators. Chronic procrastinators often suffers from broken marriages, lost jobs, deflated dreams, financial disarray, and self-esteem issues. These are serious issues, and while putting off what task you've been dreading may seem harmless at the moment, it can in fact lead to severe consequences. I know. What's more, procrastinating is not honoring our God-given time. And we all know we all have 24 hours in a day. What you do in your 24 hours matters, which is our spiritual danger. To put off what we here on earth to do is to disobey God. Now, James 4:17 doesn't mince words. So for one who knows the right thing to do and does not do it, it is a sin. And that's in the NABRE version. You know what to do. You know everything that you need to do, but you don't do it. The Bible says it is sin. So you see this, that why we had to overcome procrastination, because if we know to do something but don't do it, we are committing fraud. We are fraud. We are counterfeit. The Bible says it is a sin. Let's overcome it. While there are many signs of procrastination, here's a list of common telltale signs you or someone you know may be a chronic procrastinator. You have difficulties coping with change and transitions. You're lost without a roadmap. You are chronically late. Your to-do list is never ending. Woo! Tell me about it. You focus on non-essential office work instead of what needs to get done. How many people are in that list? And you want to get out that list. How many people has experienced you're lost without a roadmap? You're chronically late. Your to-do list is never ending. You focus on non-essential office work instead of what needs to get done. Are you on that list? So overcoming procrastination can be especially challenging because we all had different reasons for doing it. Let's take a look at common reasons for procrastination up next. Fear is a deeply rooted cause of procrastination. From the fear of failure to the fear of success, fear can be crippling. For many, the idea of failure can be devastating. This stems from a view of failure as a final result rather than a stepping stone. Failure is seen as a permanent stain on one's reputation, causing self-esteem to take a significant blow. Every time an objective isn't achieved, that's a lot of pressure. Tell me about it. Do you agree? We're all guilty of delaying or avoiding tasks we find unappealing. However, if everyone put off the things they didn't want to do, nothing will ever get accomplished. From changing diapers to filing paperwork, there are many jobs we all wish to avoid, but doing so creates more work and heightens the stress of that increasing to-do list. Every last one of us experience things that we need to do, but might not want to do it. We are all faced with modern day distractions, from email and social media to addictive games. Entire worlds are at our fingertips. Smartphones, the internet, and gossip around the workplace are all to blame when it comes to distractions. They can keep us from doing important work. Now that we have a better understanding of common reasons for procrastinations, let's talk about how to overcome those bad habits. If your tendency to procrastinate is related to perfectionism, you may need to consider your mindset. The fear of making mistakes is associated with having a fixed mindset, which is addressed in Coward the Right book, Mindset, the new philosophy of Success. And I recommend that book. And I say, read it, get it, study it, analyze it. It's a great book to read. Whether you fear a negative outcome or fear failure, here are some questions to ask yourself the next time you feel procrastination setting in. What am I afraid of? Question 1. What is the worst possible consequence that could happen? Question 2. What could happen if I ignore the situation? Question 3. Why am I putting this off? Question 4. What will I gain in the long run by putting this off? Question 5. How often do people actually die from doing this? Question 6. Am I trying to convince myself of something that is not true? Question 7. Am I scared of the process or the results? Question 8. Can I handle the outcome? Question 9. Am I trying to protect myself from a certain outcome? Question 10. Am I actually scared, or was I just told this was scary? Question 11. The Bible talks a lot about fear, making it clear that fear is not from God. Think about fear as something to defeat with prayer and reflection on Scripture. Here's one verse to reflect upon. For God did not give us a spirit of cowardice, but rather of power and love and self-control. 2 Timothy 1:7 in the NABRE version. Nothing forces procrastination like a large, daunting project. To avoid becoming overwhelmed and feeling defeated before you even begin, break down tough jobs into bite-sized portions to make sure that they actually get done. Perhaps you're hosting a dinner party. What do you need to do first? Perhaps you need a date and a guest list. Then you need to invite people. Then you need to decide on the menu. Keep working in small tasks, checking them off as you go. As you complete each small task, you feel a sense of accomplishment and begin to see the pieces falling into place as you go along. Now, when it comes to distractions, smartphones are the first thing to blame, but we never blame ourselves. If distractions are the cause of your procrastination, it's crucial to remove any temptation and only think about the task at hand. Remove any distractions, any temptations. Only think about the task at hand. Sometimes you might have to move yourself out. If we have any questions, I'll be delighted to take your questions. Thank you for being part of this eliminating procrastination.